First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. All right, and the world is in chaos, man. All right, as you can see, this is rtnews.com. Okay, and I have here world news, the world news section. When you click on news, all right, and as we're going to go through this, I'm just going to look through the headlines. All right, I'm not going to really read into the articles, but just to show you the vibration that's out here right now as the Lord prophesied. Okay, and when you compare the news articles that you see today to ones you would have seen 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it's much worse, much more chaotic, much more intense. All right, to the point where there's look at this, a notification here. It says civil war is brewing in France, warns liberal French philosopher Gaspard Koenig in light of growing protests against the government's sicky vicky policies. See that? And did the Lord not say that one people shall stand up to fight against another? So it's so prophecies are so prevalent now that you have articles literally in every couple of minutes there's some notification about something going on. And when you look around the world today, all right, you can't sit here and say that we are not at the end of the world. We are. All these signs, all these things that are taking place on the earth right now is not by coincidence. It doesn't just up and happen. Okay, it's all strategically calculated and set by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai through his angels. Okay, which work on the minds of people, which set up certain events to go down certain ways. Now you have this whole situation going on in Afghanistan, all right, and they're saying, oh, they're sending troops in there, they're trying to evacuate. You have other countries that are also sending planes in there to help with it. And there's all this back and forth to the point where they're saying that Biden is gonna come cut his vacation or whatnot short and come back to make an announcement. And as all this is going on, you have so many different calamities and disasters happening, natural disasters. Not to forget, they're doing this whole cyber polygon thing. All right, meaning those blackouts, yeah, they're coming. All right, those power outages, those the outages, all right, are coming. The famines, they're coming. Okay. Now, there were some articles here that were talking about how people were actually falling off those planes. All right, that were evacuating people from the airports. You had certain people that actually were falling from the planes. Okay, because they were so desperate to try and get on that they were just grabbing onto it just to get out of this area. And as you see what's going on here, this is light work compared to what's going to be happening here in America. But guess what? You got the U.S. going over there to help evacuate people, but who's going to come here to help evacuate you? All right. It says the world has gone, sea mad. All right. Afghans fleeing Taliban need negative PCR test to board now suspended commercial flights out of Kabul. You ain't going nowhere. You are not going anywhere. All right. It says then meanwhile it says Sydney records deadliest day, all right, of the demic, and enters eighth week of lockdown. All right, that's what, 2 months. Okay, which is coming over here too. Now they issued so you got so much chaos going on all around the world. Now over here they said the Department of Homeland Security issued a what do they call that? A terrorism alert. Okay, and the terrorist alert is not necessarily for overseas. Is really watching domestic people they will deem domestic terrorists. All right, and it sounds like they're getting ready to set up something, possibly something big. Okay, if they want to push this year or this world or this place into chaos to speed up their process, then you best believe that they're getting ready to do something major, because they foreshadowed it in their alert, their warning, and they're getting ready to blame it on people who are anti these mandates and these measures. They call them anti-government extremists, and soon you're going to be deemed an enemy of the state. Meaning, it's not about whether you are right or wrong. It's about whether you comply with what they're saying or not. If they tell you to jump off a building, you say, "What? That doesn't make sense. You're an enemy of the state." That kind of mindset. Now let them do something crazy. Let them. I don't know. Do some like another 9/11, which they're also foreshadowing that, or take out Sleepy Joe or something like that. All right. This place is gonna be through, man. They know that chaos is gonna be their perfect entrance to martial law. So expect chaos. Okay. Now as we keep going, it says here 1,000 people evacuated in rural Spain as wildfire blazes through 12,000 hectares, all right, or hectares um, of land, which now, I mean, at the same time, you have these natural disasters going on. Now, you had a 7 point something magnitude earthquake that hit Haiti, and I believe a week before, or in the same week, it hit, was it Alaska? And these are all things the Lord prophesied. All right, you have here Iran records highest C-19 fatalities for second day. So what? Running amid unrelenting fifth wave. So I mean, they're already in their fifth wave, and you already know what's coming here. Okay, look at this. All flights uncontrolled. Civil aviation body tells airlines to steer clear of Afghan airspace after Taliban takes Kabul. Okay, look at this. Disastrous floods kill 70 in Turkey's Black Sea provinces. Here we go. Evacuation ordered after another fire breaks out near Athens as Greece suffers more devastating wildfires and arson suspected. Now, if you take all these and find the news clips of them and you put them right after another, right after another, right after another, then that's when people are gonna really see like, yo, whoa, a lot of things are happening. You got this going on here in Turkey. You got this in Greece. You know what I'm saying? You got this in Afghanistan. You got this in Iran. You got this over in Sydney. You got this in Canada. You got de Blasio getting ready to sign the executive order for the key to New York. I mean, you got so many things going on around the world. All right, which is all leading to these last few major prophecies. Okay, and these are the steps into chaos. Because this is in the direction of peace. This is the direction of war, of chaos. Look at that. He got a gun pointed to the dude. This finna be Americans real soon. All right, so start preparing your minds for that. Because something is going to happen, and they're going to completely lock this shit down with force, with fierceness, with draconian style measures. They're just getting ready to set up that one perfect justification, and it's gonna be a wrap. Just you watch. All right, just you watch, and you'll understand why we're gonna need divine intervention to survive whatever it is that's coming. Because when the scriptures say a time like never before, don't underestimate it. Now, this is I only have a few precepts, but this is the book of Matthew 24, verse 8, and it says, "All these are the beginning of sorrows." So if everything we're seeing now and up to now is just the beginning of sorrows, what you think the actual sorrows are going to look like? You know, these people whose houses are getting burnt, who have to be evacuated, or these people who are under strict lockdowns where they can't even. Apparently now they're saying you can't even take off your mask to drink alcohol outside. All right, and you got these people here in Afghanistan. You got so much is going on now. Do you think that this is light work for them? No. For those that are in the midst of these things happening, the earthquakes and so on and so forth, it's intense. It doesn't feel like the beginning. It feels like the end for them. And yet the Lord said these are the beginning of sorrows. So you can only imagine how much worse, okay, it's gonna get out here. Especially here in Babylon, man. The Lord has targeted Babylon. This place is a target. A big target, man. And this place is gonna get so chaotic from the inside before it gets melted by those missiles. All right, and the laser beams from the chariots. And as we approach, as things get more and more, prophecy gets closer and closer, people are gonna start bugging out. Especially those that never really believed, they're gonna start bugging out because they're gonna come to the realization that, yo, this is actually real. This is happening. And deep down inside, they're gonna realize, wow, I was just saying these things. I didn't really believe it would happen. So I'm shocked right now that it's happening. I don't know what's going on. I'm losing my mind. You're gonna have people consenting, all right? People who you would have thought were diehard servants for the Lord are gonna be quick, quick for denying the Lord for some pleasures, for some comfortability, out of fear. All right, so it's gonna be a test for everybody, man. But don't be surprised when you see these people start losing it, because ultimately that's because it's the will of the Lord, and He didn't give them the spirit of endurance. But that shouldn't weaken you. That should strengthen you. That should make you say, look, that means I gotta be on my extra game, because people are dropping. I don't want to be one of those people that's dropping. Now this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 39. It says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. And that's why we tell you this is not by coincidence. These are plagues that the Lord has set to come upon the earth. He has actually set, Jacob's trouble is a planned thing by the Lord. From the beginning, He had already planned all the various things that would happen, everybody that was going to catch judgment, what kind of judgment they were going to get, who was going to be alive, all of these things. Now, as we're in it right now, it comes off as, oh, this just sprung up out of nowhere and we're trying to deal with it. We're trying to cope. No. The Lord set it up. It's planned. It's orchestrated. And the water Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that He has revealed it to us to see, not only to see it ahead of time, but to know how it's going to end. And to have the faith to, Lord willing, make it through. It says, and the world shall mourn. Now we put emphasis on Babylon because this place is going to have a very great judgment. But the whole world, in the oikomany sense, is going to go through a time like never before. Which is going through it now on a lower level, but the Lord is still yet to kick it into high gear. And if you are smart, then and you're going off right now, or you're not doing what you got to do right now, then you would realize that and really get your shit together. Because, as it says here, the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side. And that's why I went through these headlines showing you that. Now, this right here, this is one kind of sorrow, right? This right here is another kind of sorrow. When you come down, these fires, that's another kind of sorrow, right? These where is it at? The floods, that's another kind of sorrow. Natural, so many different kinds of just bad things just happening all at once, as it says, upon every side. And that's why the scriptures talk about in Amos 5:19, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. Or he fled from the bear and went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a snake bit him, a serpent bit him. Sorrows and destruction on every side, no escape. You will not be able to deliver yourself. All right, so for everybody out there who thinks that they got this, I got a plan. No. You're not going to make it out based on your plan. It's, as Drake said, God's plan, which that dude has done anyway. All right, but it's God's plan. Okay? Lest he repent. Put that out there. But we'll see. So, this is Ezekiel 7 and 5. It says, "Thus saith the Lord power." So the Most High said this, right? And evil, which the word evil means a bad time, ev meaning age or time, and ill meaning bad. So a bad time, and only bad time, and only evil, behold, is come. Damn, that's what the Lord said. And evil is coming, and only evil. I mean, shouldn't that scare people? And to think as all these things are happening, you still have people that are still in a worldly mindset and a worldly mentality, that still want to play around with everything, that still want to joke around with the names of the Lord, with the prophecies of the Lord, with the word of the Lord, that still want to be acquainted with this world even though it's crumbling. Well, verse 6, "An end is come, the end is come." And what is this link with? 2 Ezra 6 and 9. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. We are coming to the end of Esau's world, of his rulership, of his age, of his power run. Okay? And that's why it's an evil for Esau and for anybody that was down with his world, but it's joy for us. Though, yes, it will be a bad time, it will be uncomfortable, it will be very scary and intense, but guess what? Overall, it will be a beautiful thing to know in our minds that all this hell and judgment is working in our favor, because when it is all said and done, guess what? We are going to be liberated, delivered, and Lord willing gain salvation, and we're going to get our kingdom, our heaven. Meaning this evil is necessary. That's why the Lord is bringing it. All right, so it says, verse 6, "An end is come, the end is come, it watcheth for thee, behold, it is come." All right, and it is coming quickly. That's where we're at, man. Okay, we're at the end. This is the end of the world. Okay, this is the end of the world. And let me add to that. This is the end of the world as you know it. And if you don't believe it, just watch. Give it a few weeks, give it a few months, and you'll find out just how real it is. Oh, oh man. Okay, hold up. I just got a notification here. It says, "Starting tomorrow, you'll need proof of Vanessa to unlock everything New York City has to offer," announces Mayor Bill de Blasio. So forget about September. This dude just he just made the announcement right now. All right, so well, there you go. Oh man, this is interesting. You see what I mean? Prophecy every couple minutes, man. But hey, Brakatay Alba Shim Yal Shai. And with that, I hope you were edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakudash. Until next time, Shalom.